another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the originals. This is episode 15 of season 2. Hopefully guys are enjoying the series so far. Last episode I thought was fantastic, really enjoyed it. Haley and Jackson got married. Haley looked beautiful, didn't she, in that dress. I actually looked how Klaus got all the scenery going. It was like flowers all over, lights. I liked how they walked up the stairs. Like, they didn't walk together, they kind of walked down the aisle together and then split, and he went up the stairs in sync, mate. They went up in sync. I thought the music, and they had them, what they call harps, who was playing it. It was well good. I thought the music was great. Obviously the walking, the visuals, the way both of them looked. He looked dapper, both of them. And they went up to the top, and I really enjoyed that. They was on the top looking down on everybody. They could all watch them up there on the balcony, you know, as the alphas should do. Stand on, looking down on the park. And they went through with the wedding. Now, it did successfully work, didn't it? We've seen it. Once he tied the knot, once he said the vows, once he put the ring on and he kissed the bride, Haley's eyes glowed, Jackson's eyes glowed. We went down into the audience. Aiden's eyes glowed, and everybody was loving it. So I can't wait now to see where we progress from here. The whole pack is together. It's united. It is one team now. We are one unit. So that is going to be very exciting, because I am suspecting Dahlia to come in soon. So I want to see how these react, because Klaus did, yes, that is right, show everybody hope. He had her there at the wedding. He was like, look everybody, I want to make a toast. Here is hope. She is our child. She was the one that was lost, and now she has returned home. Now that you guys have been united, you've been blessed with the werewolf, the hybrid gene, whatever you want to call it, the vampire one. I suspect that you take her under your wing and treat her as one of your own, protector with all costs, like a family, you know. And earlier on in the day, he was having a conversation with Elijah, and he was saying, yeah, that he suspects Jackson's reign to be short-lived. Pretty much, he planned to kill him on the day of his wedding. He was going to tie the knot, said, you know, like all singing, all dancing, get everybody transitioned over, and then he was just going to take Jackson out because he doesn't think he is fit to lead, obviously, the Wolves. Now, this is interesting because Elijah countered it. He said, look mate, this is not a smart play to do. You think that taking the alpha out now, yeah, all these wolves are going to respect you, they're all going to be on your side, they're all going to protect Hope? I don't think so, mate. Like, you're going to do that, it's just going to cause disruption, it's going to cause chaos. People are not going to stand by you, not going to be on your side, you're not going to have no loyalty. Like, it is not the smart play to do, and I'm not going to stand around and watch you commit this. He said, like, he said commit this like atrocity or something like that. It was good, the words that he said anyway, and obviously that stuck in Klaus's mind, because he changed his mind as well. Yeah, instead of actually obviously going through with the death in front of everybody, he done a toast. He was like, look, here's a toast to Jackson. I invite you to live here with me in this house with Haley. So he's totally like played, well, I wouldn't say he's played everyone, but he's just gone on his own little mission. Nobody suspected it, you know, nobody. Literally, Haley even had a conversation with Elijah later on. He said, look mate, I didn't know that was going to happen, but I'm going to move out. You can stay here, I'm moving out. I'm going to go over and live with Marcel on the other side of the city, or wherever it is on the lake, because we're going to try and rebuild the vampire little faction that they're creating over there, and he thinks that'd be beneficial. She's like, you know, I didn't know Klaus was going to invite Jackson to live here. And he was like, yeah, nobody did, but that's the way it's got to be, you know. If you want to be happy with him, you be happy with him. He had a conversation with her. He wanted to tell her pretty much that he loves her before she got married, but she said, please don't, you know, let's not go down this road, you know. Ever since the moment I met you, I felt it, I felt everything, and I know you did too, but you can't express that, you know. You're not the type of person that will express those feelings, and I understand and I respect that, but Jackson is. He is the person that can express it. He's the one that consistently tells me he loves me. He's the one that I think that he can make me feel good. You know, she's putting her trust and her hope into him. You know, like he's displaying some loyalty, some respect, and obviously I do think he does love her, which is a bonus, obviously, for Haley. Yeah, she might get that with Elijah, but it's just unpredictable. She doesn't know what he's going to do. He's an original. It's just chaos, his family's madness all over. Do you know what I mean? Even Rebecca was like, where'd you give it a dress? You might be marrying Jackson, but you are a Michelson. And she was like, mate, that would be so nice to say, yeah, if it wasn't for, like, the family name wasn't full of, like, crazy psychopath killers. Do you know what I mean? Which is well true. We got Finn. He got resurrected by Freya at the end of the episode. He was wearing her talisman. That's what it's called, I think, the necklace. She was saying that that's where she could draw loads of power from. It took her a while, but she's healed him. And he's back, and she said, look, mate, Dahlia, I was only 5 when she took me, and that's where I had the magic. And what it is she's drawn to it, literally drawn to the magic. If it starts possessing the magic, she'll be coming for it. And soon, Hayley's baby, it's going to be hunted down. She's going to make an appearance. She's going to come and take whatever she wants, mate. You think Esther's strong? She's so much stronger. That's what she said. I'm excited. I think Hope is displaying powers, mate. It's 2 episodes ago or something. I think she stopped the car that Cammy was in when he was going to the house where Finn and Elijah was fighting when it got blown up, and I think she restarted it after it. So I think it's already started. I think as well she did cut her head, didn't she? And then she was healed, and Cammy made a comment that it was Elijah putting his own blood onto the plaster. But nope, I think that was Hope again healing herself, because obviously she's a tribid. And then we'll finish off with Cole. Sadly in this episode he did perish, he did go. He is dead now, and he is being put into the ground with the witches in the French Quarter. I'm assuming that's exactly where he's going to get put anyway, because Rebecca was saying, look, mate, I'm not ever gonna leave this body until I find a way to get you back. We're gonna desecrate you in the ground. We're gonna get you here with the witches in the French Quarter. You know what happens with people here? They turn into spirits. We can get them back. We've seen it with Genevieve. We've seen it with obviously Davina and Bastiana's been back before. Papatunde. Just quite a lot of Monique as well. You can come back, and I'm going to do everything I can. I'm not going to leave and go back into my other one until I get you, Cole, back into this world. And it was sad what he said as well, man. Like, yeah, he had a nice time with Davina. He'd done one last dance under the stars, and then he said to Klaus, Elijah, and Rebecca, all I wanted in my whole life was to be loved by you guys. Do you know what I mean? It was well emotional. I thought it was sad. I really got warmed up to Cole at the end. I'm not going to lie. Last 3 episodes definitely dragged me in. I thought his acting's been absolutely on point, and yeah, he deserves all the credit for that, because it's the actor himself, whoever he's called, has done a fantastic job in making that his own. So if you do enjoy today's video, please smash the liking button. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Haley and Hope belong in the compound where they are safe.
He's welcome to continue sulking across the river.
Presence here in Algiers is purely to assemble allies.
Can you two at least try and stay focused on what's best for Hope's safety? Stupid bloody magic!
Yes, Marcel.
There's more of them on the way. We should probably go. Rebecca.
Done a good job, this actress, in playing Rebecca. Seriously, has.
I've made sure no one can come in here.
Impatient for a reunion with the brothers that tried to kill me. Now, our father's still in the tomb where I left him. I think it's time that I go back and I channel him.
I need a moment alone with him first. He doesn't even know I'm still alive.
Believe me, Freya, that is for the best. I spent years hoping that he would go back to being himself, but he never did. I suppose you'll want time with our mother as well.
She is nothing to me.
Oh,
Let her
interesting.
rot.
The wolves can help us pinpoint our location.
No, we need all hands on deck here with Hope.
Did you just give me an order in my own home?
This ain't about your ego, Klaus. It's about what's best for that little girl.
Klaus is right. Finn's body disappeared from the morgue. Freya's powerful enough to save him.
I'm giving this order because Haley is asking. Don't think for 1 second I take orders from you.
You know what, right? I would absolutely love the three-way dynamic. If that stays, if he can become a bit of an alpha, because like I said last episode, I've not really seen him display much of his alpha qualities. But if he's going to sit there and he's going to argue with Klaus on what's the best play to play, then I would start enjoying it. He countered it, I like it, and then he countered him back and she jumped in. That's what I love to see, everybody throwing a hat in the ring.
Thank you for rescuing me, Marcel. It's so good of you to still care, even though no one told you that I was back. That market is bad news. The Treme witches are not friendly to outsiders.
I promised Cole I'd find a way to bring him back, and I can't do that as an amateur hour witch. The attackers knew me, Elijah. Not me, her, whoever she is.
Fine LaRue, she serves as matriarch. to the covens outside the quarter. She'll know who wants Rebecca dead.
Go and see what you can find about this body you now possess.
I shall pay a visit to Josephine.
Josephine is an eccentric. No love for vampire. Your charms might not work as well as you think.
This is not the man that you remember.
He is still my father.
I'm actually really, really intrigued now. I can't wait.
Sin vaca.
Oh, they tease us all the time like that with Michael.
LaRue was something of a musical prodigy in her youth. The way to her heart was with the music she loves the most. Shall we move, please?
No. Why don't you make both their lives easier and just compel someone from the symphony?
Unfortunately, Miss LaRue despises vampires. We need to show her that our community is comprised of a different breed.
I suppose you want me in a dress?
We should adapt for our audience, yes.
Dark suit on the left side of your closet or identical dark suit on the right. What it's worth. I thought Marcel and I had a thing. Didn't work out. We may not be in the same boat, but it's the same ocean.
Finn's powerful. If we're gonna find him, we need numbers, strength, and speed.
We're gonna lose good men.
We're not gonna lose anybody if you stay alert. I appreciate your concern, but why don't you let me worry about the pact?
Surprising how little he values your input. If you approach him en masse, he will see you coming and he will destroy you. Move quietly. I'll handle the rest.
See, I love Klaus. Absolutely love him. And I love his plans, mate. When he gets him in motion, they're so good. But I kind of... If he's going against Jackson here, which I have no problem later on in the shows, but for the first time, I kind of would like... If he's going to overstep Jackson's plan, I would kind of like Klaus's not to work. Does that make sense? So, like, if he's like... Jackson was like, yeah, do this, and Klaus was coming and saying, nah, we'll do it my way, and then I would actually like it not to work, so then Jackson can stand up, you know, he can stamp his authority, so to speak, like, I'm in charge, it's not your pack, it's mine, it's my, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to get from Jackson. Like I was saying before, when him and Haley and the Klaus was talking, three-way dynamic, everybody putting the hat in the ring, mate, giving opinions. I want him to stand up for himself, I want Klaus to go over him, it not work, he come back, I'm in charge, not you, and go from there. Do you know what I mean? That would really excite me.
While we're waiting, how about that explanation?
I didn't want to see you after all of this time when I wasn't myself.
Did you?
Did I what?
Want to kiss me? Are you sure?
100 bloody %.
Reuben Morris, local seer, sage, and prognosticator for hire. Could be a hex or amnesia. I figured you'd have an idea who she is, or maybe a way to find out.
My leaves will tell us everything we need to know.
What devil are you?
Someone you once loved deeply, my father.
I've no time for your riddles, witch.
Do you not recognize me? You named your sword Rathul after the early morning sun. You said it would remind you of me while you were in battle, and no matter how far afield you traveled.
How is this possible?
I was taken by Dahlia.
Beautiful Freya.
Oh, he's loving it. I'm loving it. If he's loving it. A different Michael than usual. Imagine if we get a different Michael now. It's like his whole life is just... like, literally just rippled all over and he's back to being the happy self that he once was. Imagine.
Grilled cheese, huh? Hell of a chef.
I don't like to brag.
Hey, Jack. I know what busy is, and I know what trying to keep busy is. I've barely seen you.
I just don't want you to feel obligated to me.
This isn't an obligation. Are you talking about sex?
I thought they would have banged already.
The ritual will work, but we still have to live as husband and wife.
Put on some Marvin Gaye and light some candles, and we'll just... Or I could go and feed the baby.
Oh, he didn't even do it on his wedding night. It's a wound at that.
Leaves say you were born with a dark side. Last year, a witch named Eva Sinclair was stealing children to channel their power.
You're having a panic attack.
I expected you to keep a better company of people. There was no way I was gonna let you out into the world.
So she was a baddie. Check her out, mate. Yes, G.
Your companion play, the very piece I once performed. I have many things to do.
My goodness, I had expected a more cordial welcome here.
And why would I be cordial to you? Promising young witches have been inhabited against their will.
And I can put an end to all of it.
Beneath your formal attire, monsters wearing the skins of humans.
How's she getting out of this?
Weed is nasty stuff.
My name is Rebecca Michelson, and I know the antidote to dim sum weed.
Screw her, Elijah. I don't see a friggin' crown on her head. You know, I can't believe I dressed up and learned how to play Beethoven. And what do you like?
It is skills, that, isn't it? I can't believe she could play. Can't Elijah think so?
Refreshing. He's also a man you can trust.
Giving the vibes.
I should just hear you out.
See, that's the thing, right? She was quick to dismiss. Yeah, she didn't even hear the offer or the proposal or whatever he's got to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he comes in, she greets him in, he sits down, XYZ, sorry, not interested. Okay, that's fair enough, but you don't, like, invite her in, right, leave before, I don't even want to hear you. That's what she done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so she could say she respected him from letting it enter the house. That's what she said. Not really respecting him, though, is it? She dismissed it straight away. I like how G stood up. I can't believe she could play the violin. Well talented, that, mate. Literally, solid to do. Oh, here we go, mate.
I believe this belongs to one of your mangy spies.
We have important matters to attend to.
Check this, mate. I'm swaying on the phrase of badder.
Tell your people to leave her to me.
You have no idea how dangerous these witches can be.
She'll cause you no further trouble, I can assure you that. Consider this the first step, a mutually beneficial alliance.
I will require someone equally powerful in return. Treme Coven wants Vincent Griffith returned.
Consider it done.
I know you're here. The wolves tell me you've been quite active. Why don't you come out?
Hello, Niklaus.
You attack a witch in the very place that the ancestors call home.
You lost a step, brother. But them being blown to pieces will do that, I suppose.
You judge me? You who cursed Cole to death?
Elijah's gonna turn up.
Stand aside.
See, right, see, those situations, it was just like the one in the last episode when Klaus dropped something in about Elijah, and Elijah was like, well, unless this wedding was forced when it wasn't forced, but he drops it in, like, they never spit it out, did they? Do you know what I mean? He could have said, Elijah could have come and said, I need him alive because I'm trying to save Rebecca, but the way they do it, it's like he's just going against Klaus, he's confrontation, he's starting a confrontation, so it just interests me.
How did you?
Satave beans in Mizu will counteract the effects of the poison. Seems all my mother's prattling about witch concoctions wasn't such a waste. I was only a parent for a few months, but I felt that same instinct.
The whole time you were gone, I thought you just up and left without looking back. And then I find out you were the one protecting Hope. Everything that you ever wanted, and you got it. Much as I really wished you were here, I was truly happy for you.
I'm relieved, really. Hear that you and Nick had made your peace here. He's always been moved by acts of loyalty.
Oh, here we go.
Thank you for bothering to give a damn about an old flame.
Elijah.
Witches want their body returned unharmed.
Then what else do they want? A parade? Free broomsticks for all?
Witch allies can prove valuable. I won't let them hurt you.
Oh, there we go. Finn's not there.
What did you do to him?
Is now safe from harm, and its hatred of you can no longer do damage to our cause.
Our cause.
Oh, gosh.
Perhaps you'll allow your older sister to offer you a deal.
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago I was like, she's a badder, I think she's a badder. Now I'm like, what you playing at, mate? Maybe he was trying to gain some trust so you could do this to him. Who knows? Michael is on the loose though. Where is he? You know, we know that he hates Klaus. I'm well interested. Still don't know yet. It's like 5 episodes in now. Is Freya good? Is she bad? I have no idea.
When I speak to you, it is the truth. The threat to Hope came from Finn. Not me. The brother I knew would never have stooped to threaten a child.
Oh, there we
Our mother
go.
destroyed him.
Do not speak as though we are familiars.
I cannot give up my child. If I've woken from my slumber, then Dahlia has as well. And she has the power to kill anyone. Her punishment will be profound.
Niklaus, if you wish to entertain this idiocy, have at it.
Your kindness is much appreciated.
Doesn't mean I trust you.
Aiden's back. We lost Jarek. Thing is, we could have lost a whole lot more, but Aiden played it right. Kept them scattered instead of grouped. Not what I told them to do. My way would all been a slaughter.
Oh, interesting. Klaus's was a good idea, he's saying. Mate, she's going to get a bit of Marvin Gaye on now, mate.
every horrible thing Eva Sinclair's ever done.
Well, you ask me, it's a good thing you took over her body.
It doesn't matter what she's done. I've still appropriated her body without her consent.
But I get why it's complicated.
It's why I wouldn't kiss you if I wanted to, which I don't.
These need to get it out, mate. They've got the most sexual tension ever.
Keep telling yourself that.
Wait. Oh, I was going to say she can have a kid now, but not with Marcel. I was going to be like, wait, she can have a kid. And then I was like, oh, but not with Marcel. Oh, that would have been interesting, that.
You can thank Jackson for the quiet.
You'll be pleased to know that Finn is no longer a problem. However, there are other dangers on the horizon.
I won't let any more wolves die, Carlos.
Michael is a threat to our child.
Michael is a threat to you.
I am not running a charity hostel here. If they are not fighting on my side, then they will not remain alive to fight at all.
Ever use her to try to manipulate me again, it will be the last time that you see either of us.
Do you know what I love the conversations between them is? Obviously, they're always against each other. Klaus says one thing, she says the other. And they're actually always against each other. But the thing is, he absolutely respects her. That's the difference. Obviously, don't respect Jackson. Always calls her Little Wolf, always calls her Queen, always calls her the Alpha. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, every time he does something, she's like, no, mate. And that's literally it. It's like, I'm doing this, no, you're not. I'm doing this, no, you're not. I'm doing this, no, you are not, mate. I've told you, I'm doing it my way. You could think you're doing it your way, but it's my way, mate, literally. That's what it's like all the time with them two. Now, I think they're all mistaken if they don't think they're Klaus's pack. That's personally, I think they're all Klaus's pack now. I would like it if it was actually Haley's pack. The Jacksons, aren't they? But I would like it if it was Haley's. But realistically, I would want it to be Klaus's. Like, they all don't acknowledge that anything to do with Klaus. Like, as in, like, Klaus says you're doing this, no, we're not. But like you say, mate, if you're not doing it for me, you're getting killed. That's pretty much what he's just said then. And then she's countered, I don't think they are, mate. Like, literally. And it is true, she countered him. Do you think that we're going to go after Michael where you don't really give a shit about Hope? No, mate. The only person he cares about is you. So if you're scared, you go and get him. Because this pack is here protecting the baby. And don't ever try and manipulate me and use Hope again to try and save yourself. Because that is never going to happen. Do you know what I mean? I love it. It was good from Haley. I love their counter-arguments between each other. They always throw out some good stuff.
Once I've questioned him to my satisfaction, I shall release him once again to the witches.
I don't recall hearing nice job, Gia. Really appreciate the help.
Yes, nice job, Gia. Really appreciate the help.
You like beer.
I'm adapting to my audience.
Shit, man.
Is everything always 10 steps ahead of the game with you?
Well, often.
Just remember who sealed the deal.
Credit where credit's due.
I told you. You needed a woman to mess things up for you.
Come on, man. I'm well excited.
You never told me if you like me in this dress.
Oh, shit, mate.
Help me out of it.
Mate, if Jackson's getting with Haley, fucking give me this, mate. I'm all in. Literally. Oh, it's gone for it. It's not even asked. Don't even need an invitation. Go on, son.
In every moment, a choice exists. We can cling to the past or embrace the inevitability of change. Such an uncertain future may call for even more uncertain ally. The question is, will you control it or will it control you? Your path killed.
Your
You
pack.
can change it well. Jackson takes his leadership for granted. I can help you become the leader your pack deserves. Don't you ask that you and your pack swear to protect my daughter. Time is forever ticking forward. Means that tomorrow is already here.
Oh, is this Rebecca or what?
It's not safe being out this late. You never know who you'll run into. Eva Sinclair.
Oh. Yeah, how sick was that? And I could tell that wasn't Rebecca. So I've got to say, whoever this woman is, a real name in real life, what a fucking good actress she is, mate. Because when she's playing Rebecca, I physically feel like I'm watching Claire Holt. Like, literally. I know that sounds so strange, but I do, man. She gives me no new vibes. I feel like she just left and come back and it was the same Rebecca. Do you know what I mean? But it's not. It's a different person. And yeah, this bit here, as soon as she opened her eyes, I was like, that's not Rebecca. The way she walked, the way she talked. It was sick, mate. Honestly, it's like when Stefan turns into the Ripper, you know it's someone else. Do you know what I'm saying? So that was good. Enjoyed it. Also, didn't understand what Klaus said to Aiden. The only thing I'm ever going to ask you is to protect Hope. But that's what Jackson's doing. Literally, Jackson wanted to protect Hope. At the start of this episode, when they were sat down at a table and said, let's go after Finn, Jackson said, no, the pack's here to protect Hope. He said that. So to me, that conversation didn't make any sense. Now, I understand the concept of it and why he's doing it. That makes sense. He wants to get a new leader. And the reason he wants a new leader is he wants to be in charge. With Jackson, he's not in charge. With Aiden, he will be. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he wants. He wants somebody to be the alpha, but who's scared of him, so that he can make the final decisions and what he says goes. But on the face of it, the Wolves think Aiden, yes, mate, you're in charge, but he's not. It's Klaus. Now, he don't get that with Jackson. Yet he said the only thing he ever wants is to protect his kid. But Jackson's doing that. So it's interesting. And also, I've got to say, I'm well excited for all the relationships. I'm a big fan of all of them. Like, yeah, I said last episode, if I don't get Haley and Elijah together at the end of the show, I will be disappointed. But I'm going to step back and say, that is true. And I actually want that to happen, right? But if Elijah had to have somebody else, I am well for G. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to be with Haley, but if I can get a Haley Jackson sick relationship and I can also get Elijah and G sick relationship, then that's better for me. I've got 2 relationships, 2 dominant couples, 2 people that excite me instead of just one. So I'm interested. Jackson really loves Haley. You know, Haley is warming towards him. I don't think Jackson is going to be alive for a while. Klaus is determined to kill him. But I'm a big fan of G. Ever since I seen her, I was drawn to her. Don't know why. She wasn't even in it much as well. And she's just one of those characters that, like, pulls me in. And she don't even really do much either. But she's a dark... I think it's because she's, like, a dark character. And I'm just, like, really intrigued. I'm excited. I big up Elijah as well, man. I just want him to be happy. So if he's happy with her, I'm happy me. You know what I mean? Happy Elijah, happy me. And that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for clicking on my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. Again, I don't think we've ever had one bad episode, have we, of the originals. I just think, like, it's so good. It just really excites me. Every episode you come in, drop some new information, you get really excited. Like, just, what is it now? Freya and Michael. What's going on there? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love how Michael, they're weak, they're vulnerable, they're happy. A father in front of her, and then obviously, like, the next scene, he's killed one of the wolves, he's going after Aiden, she stopped him, she blew into her hand like this, and then boom, he was gone. Now she's got Michael going off doing a task for her to acquire some sort of weapon, something that they can use to go against Dahlia, which is really interesting. And she's come in, yeah, Finn was just about to get killed off Klaus. Elijah's come, boom, nope, not killing her, not killing him. Do you know what I mean? Like, this woman wants him. She wants the body of Vincent. That's what she said. I want him back, so they've done it. Do you know, he's about to kill him. Elijah stopped him. She's come over. She's extracted his soul or something, put it inside a pendant. Now Elijah's took this guy. He's got him locked up. Basically, I'm guessing he's going to question him. He's going to ask him who he is, what's he do, you know, what's his powers, what's he done in the past. He's going to try and worm his way in, get all the knowledge he can before handing them over, because he needs to do that as well with the girl that's obviously inside Rebecca, because as you've seen, she's a nasty piece of work, mate. She goes around killing kids and all that. I guess she wants to be an evil witch. She wants to be a strong witch. She's going around, and that girl at the end, she said, mate, you're going to be alive or something until I take every bit of power that's in your body. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's interesting. She just wants to come around and absolutely dominate everybody. But I could tell that wasn't Rebecca inside the body, and I actually really liked it. You know, like, it just shows how good of an actress she actually is. And then we've had, what is it, this episode as well, Jackson and Haley, the first time sleeping with each other, you know. I think that Jackson, she needs to give him more time with the baby, because the more she spends with it, the more she'll get stressed out, just because of it. It's just like a single parent doing all the work, especially like being a wolf as well and having a pack and all the stuff. Like, it's too overwhelming. Now you got someone there, is now the stepdad, he's there to play his role as well. I like the scene at the end where they both of them asleep and Hope's in the bed. It just shows her a little family now, and do you know what, she committed to that. She wanted to go to that. Fair play, I'm not going to deny it, but let's just say if you're going to go with it, let's go with it. Do you know what I mean? Integrate him in, get him with the baby, get him helping out. I like how he countered Klaus. Yeah, Klaus said he's going to go in. Klaus said, I want you to go and get Finn. He's like, no, mate, the pack's here. They're staying here to protect Hope. Then Haley's jumped in. He's jumped in. They've had a three-way dynamic. ultimately they ended up doing Klaus's plan. He ended up infiltrating Aiden, saying do it this way. Worked out though. He done it right. Obviously, like Jackson acknowledged at the end, we only lost one man. But if we went in with the full pack as a force, we would have lost more. So Aiden was smart. He went in the wind and he done it sneakily. And he's like, well, he went against what I said. Haley was like, well, he's smart, he's learned from you. He's like, did he though? Was that really me? He knows it's Klaus, honestly. That is literally a Klaus move. And then we seen them at the very end in the bar. Klaus is like, look, do you want to be the leader? They need a new one, yeah? You could be that guy. I can help you. I can give you the tools. I can literally mould you into being the alpha. The only thing I want in return is for you to protect Hope. That's it. I want the whole pack to protect her. But the thing is, I countered it. I think that's what Jackson's doing as well. So I don't really know what's going on there. You know, like, I just think he doesn't like Jackson and he wants him out of the equation. Elijah and G, big fan, literally. I really like G, and if Elijah's happy with it, let's go for it, mate. The reason why I like G, right, is she is pretty intimidating. She's vulnerable and intimidating at the same time. She stands up to you, even though, like, she is, I think she's beautiful anyway. That's me, that's my personal opinion. She's beautiful, she stands up to you, she don't care who you are. You can be Elijah, Klaus, you can be Marcel, yeah. Even though that she's a young, naive vampire, she's still there challenging the authority. She's breaking the rules, and like I said, she's beautiful as well. That's what Elijah likes. We were saying, Marcel was like, Elijah, if something's broken, he'll try and fix it. That's something that he's got to do. Like, that's him, and he's there, and obviously spending time with her, he's liking her. I liked it when they had that fight. Do you remember? When they teased it, mate, when they had that fight, and she was like, mate, why am I fighting in here learning off the grumpy one when everyone's outside having a fun time? And then, like, he was proper beating in the crack. He spun him around and she pinned him up against the wall, and he was like into the heart, and she had it. And then I think Haley come down the stairs and he stopped. Teased it then, mate. Ever since that moment, I was all for them. Like, literally, they're so cute together. Elijah didn't even care either. She was like, mate, you didn't even tell me I look good in this dress. Do I look good in it? He's like, you're right, I didn't. Stood up, one zipped it, boom, straight on the neck. The guy's not bothered. He's wanted some for time. He's not getting Haley, he's getting G, mate. And I'm enjoying it, mate. We've got G and Elijah, Aiden and Josh, yeah. We've got Marcel and Rebecca. I want that to happen. Teasing it. And then obviously we've got Haley and Jackson. And who've we got left? The loner. Literally, lone survivor, Klaus. And he's just there, roaming around on his Billy Todd. And who's left? Camille, mate. Get them two together. Boom, boom, boom. I liked it last episode when she was holding the baby in the bedroom and she was like, yeah, I'm good with kids, you know, like, I don't really mind. She's nice. Like, it doesn't really bother me. And he comes in and he's smiling. Their first interaction, season 4, episode 20, The Vampire Diaries, when he was stood there watching the art. That's when they started it. And yeah, obviously she had a fling with Marcel and stuff like that, but all she wants is Klaus. She had Finn was saying, mate, the whole time he was in therapy, that's the only person you talk about. It's Klaus this, Klaus that, everything. It's always Klaus. Get them together. Let's get them all together. Klaus and Camille, Elijah, Gia, you know, got Josh and Aiden. We had Davina and Cole, and then obviously Marcel and Rebecca. I've been loving it. Everybody is in a relationship, not trying to dabble over each other. They're all established, Jackson and Haley. And then obviously we just get everywhere, big family going for it, just like bam, 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 bam. But obviously we've got Freya here. She's took, I'm assuming, Finn away. She's realised that he's not a good of person that she wanted him to be. And he's like, yeah, but you went after Hope. She's like, no, I didn't go after Hope. Like, he was already going after Hope, and I just played a part. You know, it wasn't my plan at all. My plan is to protect you. You know, like, I'm family, and it's just interesting. I thought she was a good person when she was introduced. Then I thought she was a bad person, and now I'm swaying back on the side of a good one. And the fact that she's scared of Dahlia and saying that, like, if she's awake, and she's going to be coming. She's stronger than Esther. If she wants to kill somebody, she could do it, mate. She's so strong. That means I'm excited. You know, strong witch, lots of deaths. Happy me. Can't wait. Hopefully, guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash the like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.